Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and thank you for joining me live. Remember that I am broadcast on my Facebook and on my YouTube as well. And I want to thank all of you. Today is Saturday, the 10th of August, and this is Fontan Daniel. I will be speaking for you. You may have seen this mountain, and you may know more why our people, have been deprived of their privilege to exist as the people of Southern Cameroon, and that is why I am going to be talking here this day. And thank all of you and for tuning in. It is quite disturbing, and there is a key issues about embalming in Gokutunja. If you are watching these messages, that there is a military invasion in Southern Cameroon territory, more specifically in Bamising in Say, as I'm speaking. And that is why if you have any relatives that is in Say, in Bamising, please make sure you call and find out exactly. That is what I'm going to be talking about, and more about Paul Atanga Nji, as you may have seen on my screen. Thank all of you. Hello. On my YouTube, you may have seen Paul, the Undersecretary for African Affairs. He's an interesting figure from the United States about these issues of Southern Cameroon, and that is why I'm going to be talking about as well. Thank you, Diodene from back there. Thank you for joining in, and thank you, Anglophone, for joining in. If you just tune in, please share and as much as you can. That's very important. Um, but anyway, I am broadcast on my YouTube and on my Facebook. As you may have seen, and I want to thank those in Ground Zero. I want to thank Amazonian Defense System, those in entire Ground Zero. I want to take my bottom of my heart. I want to thank all of you for the marvelous job that you are doing. La Republique did not believe that this gonna take up to this moment. They thought they're gonna crush our defense system, but unfortunately it didn't happen the way they had expected. But we want to take more thanks to our defense system, all of them in the entire Amazonian territory, that we are in spirit, we are strong. Freedom of our people is not a questionable. Liberty is not a questionable. Whatever great job you are doing excellent. We know that we have spilled blood in the Southern Cameroon territory because of the invasion by La Republique du Cameroon. But however, our spirit will remain strong, and we shall conquer. We cannot become a colonial territory of La Republique du Cameroon. We are the overcomer, victory lies ahead. And I can assure you, and all those who haven't committed themselves to the total, complete liberation of the southern Cameroon, I urge you to be part of this momentum. We cannot in any circumstances be ruled by a foreign nations in southern Cameroon. We must fight against our enemy. We must stand, we must unite, we must firmly, and we must deliver our message and our strongest term. And today I am going to be speaking about why Atanga Nji, more specifically, is so interested. That is someone that was an ex-convict from the New Bear prison. Of course, he came out of the New Bear prison, and that is why when the people of Southern Cameroon are asking for their sovereignty, we have enablers within our midst because they are benefiting for the interest of their own self-interest rather than the interest of the citizens of Southern Cameroon. And you can imagine that our citizens, our brothers and sisters, some are in Nigeria and they don't basically have no food to eat. They have nothing to eat. Neither will they have anything that while they were in Southern Cameroon. And that is why these enablers, you have people like Paul Atanga Nji, an ex-convict, an ex-convicted criminal from the New Bear prison. And that is what I am going to be talking about. I want to thank the United States government. I want to thank my sincere thanks to the United States government, my sincere thanks to the State Department, my sincere thanks to the U.S. Department of Defense. But I think the United States Department of Defense must do more, especially the AFRICOM. And they have to do more to sustain and to maintain. They need to show to the world that they care more, not just establishment and AFRICOM in West Africa without supporting periodically. Understand, if the United States stands as the most advanced nation that stood for freedom and liberty and equality, then they need to exercise those momentum. And when it comes in terms of crisis like this, you can imagine. And my message also goes to the U.S. Undersecretary for African Affairs, with whom he declared that the people of Southern Cameroon believe in Camerooners. I am here to dispute that claim and reassure him that we do not believe in Camerooners. We believe that the people of Southern Cameroon ought to have their own liberty, their own freedom, their own equality, and a government that represents them, not a foreign terrorist government. Let's look. This is Atanga Nji, a Territorial Administration Minister. That is the picture I am showing to you. Let's look who is he before we talk about it. I'm sure you guys have seen the images. That is Paul Atanga Nji, the ex-convicted prisoner. You can see that was the picture on the side. As you can see, the picture on the side, that is him when he was from New Bear prison. And that is a convicted criminal. A convicted criminal. That's him. You can watch. That's Paul Atanga Nji, the convicted criminal from the New Bear prison. So that is the person we call the enablers that are destroying the people of Southern Cameroon in the neighboring country, La Republique of Cameroon. And that is why we are suffering. The people of Southern Cameroon and are suffering because of these convicted criminals that you are watching. You can watch. So, you can watch. So, why is he so interested about the destruction of Southern Cameroon territory? You can watch. These are 300 million project. This is a 300 million mansion. He is raised in Bastos. 300 million house. He is currently carried on in Bastos. So how much is Territorial Administration Minister's salary? What is his salary? What is the fundamental basic of his salary? Can someone clearly explain to me what is the salary barem of the Minister of Territorial Administration that is carrying on this particular project? How long has he been a minister? What investment has he carried out? You can watch. That is the building he's carrying in Bastos. That is why the citizens of Southern Cameroon are being bleeding. They're bleeding in Southern Cameroon. Our citizens are bleeding because of the military of the terrorist government of La Republique are currently terrorizing our people. And he is carrying on 300 million building construction in one of the expensive places in Bastos. You all know where is Bastos. Bastos is this residential area that is mostly the most expensive residential area in Cameroon in particular, in the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroon in particular, Bastos. And he is carrying on 300 million construction. Where is the salary? What is the salary of the Minister of Territorial Administration in Cameroon? Can someone point out what is his salary? And that is why you see, when our people are fighting for totally complete liberation, we have this. I am not against investment. I am for investment. But then we look at if investment is an opportunity for everyone, then there should not be any specific people that will be benefiting from this type of investment. When someone choose murdering the citizens of Southern Cameroon, our brothers, at least they are suffering in Nigeria because of the terrorist military of La Republique du Cameroon that are currently terrorizing our people. And yet, these individuals, the ex-convicted criminal, is carrying on a project, a building construction, 300 millions. How much is the salary of the Territorial Administration Minister? That is the most corrupted system that I'm trying to bring the attention of our community. And no one cared to take action right now that I'm speaking. Of course, the United States has pulled out its military installation in the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroon. But that is not enough for the United States government to do. That is not enough. The United States can do more, and they are capable to do more. How many civilian population are being murdered each day? How many civilian populations are being murdered each day in Southern Cameroon territory? Of course, you get the figure. Right now I'm speaking. There is currently several wounded in Bamising, especially in Say. At least several have been wounded because of the terrorist military of La Republique du Cameroon. How much can I present this case to the United States government? How much can I present this case to the British government? How much can I present this case to the German government? How much can I present this case to the French government that are collaborating with this terrorist government of La Republique du Cameroon that are currently brutalizing citizens, while a single individual called the Territorial Administration is carrying on this massive project, building a home, whereas people are suffering. People are suffering. People are being murdered each day as I'm speaking. And they haven't failed. And that particular General Robinson, you all know General Robinson. General Robinson is carrying on a massive construction by this fraudulent, convicted criminal of Pobia regime that are absolutely disgusting. You can watch. Look. That is a massive project. 300 millions. That is it. How much is the salary of a territorial administration minister, for Christ's sake? How much? How much is his salary? And how long has he been a minister? I expect this part of project, mostly businessmen, because they carry on investment. How much investment has the territorial administration invested that he has raised a massive profit that is raising this massive project? A territorial administration minister in Bastos, in Yaounde. That is why these criminals are supposed to be in Condé. And those who are fighting for liberty and equality, those are the people that are supposed to be staying and be the watchdog. You know, when mothers, they don't have basic things they need. Children, they don't have. But we have a single individual that was an ex-convicted criminal, Paul Atanga Nji. And he is carrying on this massive project in Bastos, one of the most expensive places. How much is Atanga Nji's salary? Can someone clarify me, explain to me, how much is a Paul Atanga Nji salary? How much is his income? Of course, no one can explain. This is why I said all of us, it is a priority that we can build our nations, the Amazonian, Southern Cameroon, if we can collaborate. There are people within our midst that have benefit from this ongoing struggle and neglect the priority of what we are for. If our goal and our objective is to defeat La Republique completely, then we must have a goal and objective. But we have among us and individuals that their interest has generated and they care less about those who are suffering in ground zero. And that is why when they expose, people think that they are against them. No, because you have failed in your priority to do what you're supposed to do. Do the right thing. Have you got up from your bed and you look at yourself? Have I done the right thing? Have I? And if you have been thinking about this, have I done the right thing? Then you are on the right foot that the people of Southern Cameroon must be free, and they must be free indeed. But when we are engaged with individuals that are highly corrosive, corrupted officials, then we can move forward. We can move forward. We can move forward. We can only move forward if we collaborate. If we collaborate. If we collaborate. Because you have people that you think they're supposed to show exemplary behavior of leadership. But unfortunately, they have disgraced. So we need to come back to the bargain table. We need to look at who is leading us. Who is the most capable individuals that can lead us with this leadership? We are in a leadership crisis. And if we don't re-energize and have a one-way focus, then we might not. So that is why I am assuring that it is time we come to a general meetings and have a one front. It doesn't matter whether you are from whatever group or whatever division, whatever you are. I think coming together is the right thing at this moment and at this time of crisis. We need to come together again and decide the platform of our destination, because we are already on the right path to the destination. But there is a confusion that is building among us. And until we come together and stand that we have a one front, a one universal front. I know people have many different ideas and different pathways that they have to take and get to ground zero. But we have to come together and think at one uniform platform. And that one uniform platform will lead us straight. We know that we have been disgraced by some members with amongst us, but that is the vision many people have had. But we need to come together and revise our vision and think about what is next. And then we walk on those platforms and get to our destination. We want to remind international community. We want to remind international community that the people of Southern Cameroon wants to be left alone. The people of Southern Cameroon wants to be left alone, and they don't believe that we can work together with the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroun. Because there is no law, it's a lawless country. There is no organigram. Right now I'm speaking, Pobia is in Switzerland. Pobia is currently in Switzerland as I'm speaking. He has sneaked himself back into Switzerland. He has sneaked himself back into Switzerland. Right now I'm speaking. And yet murder rates are going on. I want to take a moment also to thank the U.S. ambassador in the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroun, Mr. Peter. He's an excellent guy. He has been doing very wonderful job. Whether you agree with me or not, that's the most amazing ambassador that they currently have in La Republique du Cameroun. Because he tears down the effigy of La Republique, whom he is not even. Fellow brothers and sisters, we need a leadership. Hello? Yes. All right. All right, man.
He's got a really bad cold. He has a fever, chills, and
I want to thank all of you for watching, and I have an emergency that I have to attend to, and I will be talking to you again I will let you know when and how, but I have another emergency meeting that I have to attend. I want to thank all of you that are tuning in today, and this has been a nice speaking to you. We have to keep the momentum moving again. We have to refocus, we have to re-energize our people, and we need to keep them in good form. I think there is a confusion that is rocking our people, but we can rekindle our vision, and we are on the right foot. We have brought an attention to international community to understand the fundamental goal and objectives of which the people of Southern Cameroon and the suffering we have endured over time. You can see the mansion that have been built by a single individual, 300 million mansion, 300 million. That is just an estimated, but the actual amount is unknown. And that is a single individual claimed to be Territorial Administration ministers. Just imagine that our brothers and sisters are suffering in the forest. They basically has no food to eat, nor nothing to eat. And yet we have single individuals that are terrorizing our people, our mother and our children, and we have all our entire leadership cabinet that are languishing in the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroun, in Condé. Fellow brothers and sisters, we are at war. We must not relinquish our effort. We must stand together. We must stand strong. Victory lies ahead. We have to bypass all the international odds that may be against us. Remember that the German unifications, German under Otto von Bismarck, believed that it was a single individual, Otto von Bismarck, you may have heard. He knows how to go through. And he knows that there were obstacles he's going to face while fighting for the unification of Germany. But he believed that unification of Germany cannot be accomplished without other obstacles. And the final battle was France. And that is why he knew that France would be the ultimate Waterloo. And that is why when the time comes, he was skillful, he was smart, and he led the German to ultimate victory in 1871. The German unification was proclaimed in the House of Mirror. The people of Southern Cameroon and Bazounian will be proclaimed in Yaounde, in La Republique presidency. Watch my message. Stand strong. We are together. Have a nice day.